Hey everybody, it's Fee. Happy 2018. I know it's been a little long into the new year for me to get back, but I'm here. I have a feeling I will be making these apologies probably pretty often. I would love to film more often than I do, but I just haven't had the opportunity. Adulting is hard, people. It's hard. There's always some dang drama that you have to deal with, and you know, on the one hand, I love it. On the other hand, I don't. So today's video is 2017 favorites, and I have my list in my very first favorite of 2017, which is my Louis Vuitton Desk Agenda. There are plenty of videos on this. I'm not going to get into it here other than to say I have loved it. I have not thought about going back to the GM Agenda with the rings, which is like my headquarters, like my little library for things that I don't need every day. Love the Desk Agenda. It's so functional. It's so great, and it's just the best. It's the best. One of my ultimate favorite things for 2017 that I use every single day. Now, to the list. The list is here. I have a list, and I'm going to start, where did I put my things? I'm going to start with a couple beauty products first. I'll be honest, I am not that into beauty products. I do use them. I use makeup, I use skincare, but I am not a fanatic. The total sum of my makeup will fit in one tiny drawer, and I pretty much, I've said this before in other videos, I rarely buy new makeup without needing simply a replacement of a product. That said, this is a product I've gotten this year that I absolutely love, and it's the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. And I am not usually into doing my brows. They're pretty dark and thick. You know, we've all over tweezed, but I didn't do a really, too much damage on them that I have to have a pencil, is in other words what I'm saying. However, I've noticed they've become a little sparse and they need a little filling in and a little evening out. And so I found this pencil and I absolutely love it. Number one, because it is a twist up pencil. It's not an actual wood pencil. I hate having to sharpen any of my pencil's lip, eyebrow, eyeliner. Don't like having to sharpen for multiple reasons. Anyway, so this has a twist retractable liner on one side that gives you the opportunity to make like little tiny little strokes. I don't know if you can see that. I'm not very good at this. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. It's a tiny little tip on the liner. And then on the back of it is a spoolie, so you can, get your little brows going where you need to, and I really, really like it. The only drawback I'll say about this is that it doesn't adhere and stay. Like, it's not one of those things that's not, if you use the spoolie a lot on it, it will actually like sort of fade it out and take it off. By the same token, I really like that because it allows me to not look too heavy in the brow. I don't like a really heavy overdone brow. I like something that's a little more natural. And so this gives you a chance to kind of just shadow in and not have a really heavy, dark pencil line. So I love it. I recommend it. Again, Precisely My Brow Pencil. This is by Benefit, and this is number 4. Looks like number 4. There's a 4 on here. I'm assuming that's the color is number 4. So that's the first one. Then I've been using these for a couple years. This is the Rimmel Exaggerate Waterproof Eye Definer in Blackest Black, number 262. Again, it's a black eyeliner, another retractable with a fairly fat tip, much fatter tip. On one end, and then on the other end, it has a little smudger, and I think this is actually a sharpener in here, but I never use it because I do use the smudger though if I do the outside of mine, because I use this liner to line my upper waterline. The upper waterline is something that I do when I'm putting on my makeup face for the office or even for evening. I pretty much don't vary my makeup too much. Occasionally I will put some eyeshadow on, do a smoky eye, maybe do a wing, but I always line the upper waterline with this, and I love it because I don't have to sharpen it. And you know how when you get those eyeliners and they're wooden, they're actually a wood pencil, and you sharpen them and they sharpen unevenly, and then you get down to the bottom and then there's a little piece of jaggedy wood, and you try and line your eye and you like stab yourself with the pencil. It's horrific. So that's why I've gone to retractable pencils and not wooden pencils. Plus, I hate the mess. Like when you sharpen an eyeliner pencil, you have to have a separate sharpener for eyeliner, like black, and then a different one for lip liners. So you don't, because when you put them in, they get like, they get the product on them and they get stuck in the sharpener and they goop up. They're just gross. So that's why I love these two retractables. This one is a little more expensive because it's benefit. This is Rimmel and it's available at Target and it's cheap and it's excellent and I love it. And I highly recommend it if you're sensitive to the pencils in your eye and you want something that slicks on and it stays on pretty well. That's my choice. All right, so moving on. Yes, moving on. Got another one right here. I have talked about this in the past. This is my latest acquisition from Louis last year. And I don't mean to overdo the Louis Vuitton thing. You know, it's just one of the brands that I really, really like. And this is the Delightful MM that I got last year that my husband gifted me. So it will be a year old in May. I'm not quite there yet, but this is the Delightful MM, and of course I have the Bandouliere strap that has black and the Louis Vuitton monogram. I have loved this bag, y'all. Loved this bag because it sits comfortably on the shoulder. When I need to go hands-free, I have the strap on it and it's super comfortable on. It fits a lot of stuff. You know, I have my Samorga organizer in there with it. I have it stored because right now I'm using my Neverfull in Damier Ebene because it's been raining a lot where I live. Anyway, this is absolutely one of my favorites for 2017. I never thought I would like a hobo style bag. In other words, I tend to prefer two straps, but this has been superb. It really has. It's been worth the money. In fact, I don't think it's high up there in terms of investment with regard to Louis Vuitton prices. Excuse me. And the bandolier strap is totally worth it. I know it's like $500. It's kind of insane, but that said, if you have other Louis bags, you can put it on those that, you know, where there's place for a strap. And it's made this bag super versatile for me. And so it is definitely one of my 2017 favorites. All right, so another one of my favorites for 2017 is kind of multiples, but anyway, it is the Old Navy blanket scarf from this past winter season, which would obviously have been 2017. I bought these, I bought 4 of them. I bought 2 in this plaid, very sort of English looking, kind of Christmassy looking pattern, and then I bought 2 in this black and white grid pattern, and I have loved these, you guys. I bought them originally not for wearing as a scarf, but for wearing as a blanket in my house and on my deck. So what I do is when I entertain on the deck near my fire pit in the winter where it's, you know, a little crisp outside, I drape these over the sides of the chairs, and they're the perfect size for people to either wrap around them or drape on their legs. And they're so chic looking and inexpensive and machine washable and soft, not itchy like wool. And I had gotten these because I wanted like a really Christmassy tartan kind of look, and I was having a hard time finding the right color scheme in actual throws. Like I bought and returned a couple. Then I found these and they have been so good, you guys. I literally keep one, and I keep one like this that I actually do wear as a scarf. I'll drape it around. It's super soft, it's very long, it's very big, but it's not bulky. So you can really throw them on easily and not have, you know, a ton of scarf on you, but and they're really, really warm. Sorry, I'm behind here. So let me show you guys. So they're so cozy and classy looking. Oh my God, I love them. So anyway, definitely a favorite. So cheap. I mean, I shouldn't say cheap. Inexpensive. They're inexpensive, but they're pretty decent quality. I'm sure they're synthetic as hell. But anyway, I have loved them. They're big and easy to deal with. They double as throws in your home or a wrap for yourself. And so they definitely made my list for 2017. Another thing that I have loved for years, that I've never, I don't know if I've talked about these, I don't think I have, but is the Blue Cedar Fig Candle from, I don't know if you can see that. I'm sorry, I have to use natural light, you guys, you just can't see. Anyway, this is the Blue Cedar Fig Candle from the collection by Chesapeake Bay Candle. Available at Target. I buy these over and over and over and over and over. Actually, I'm glad that this year they went to a black jar. It used to be clear. I prefer the black because, you know, when you burn a candle in a glass jar, the edges do tend to get a little blackened. But these are soy candles. They have, this one has such a beautiful, elegant, grown-up smell. It's not flowery, it's not fruity, it's not foodie. It's like just such a beautiful scent. It's a very sexy but subtle adult scent, and I burn these in my entryway, in my guest bathroom. I buy them over and over from Target. Love them. They're like $12.99. I mean, that's a reasonable price for a candle. So I love these, highly recommend. They burn right down to the bottom and they're superb, and they don't do a lot of, they don't smoke a lot. Of course, you're supposed to trim the wick if it gets too long to stop the smoking, but really, really love these candles. Definitely a 2017 favorite. So a couple other beauty faves from 2017, and I am not the first person to talk about these, is the line called The Ordinary. This line is very inexpensive, very scientifically backed, and very, very good. I use the glycolic acid 7% toning solution when I want to, you know, clean up my face, tone, make sure I've like stripped all of the dirt off of it. Sometimes before I do a mask. I love it. I don't find it to be too drying, so that's one of the products I use. One that was my very favorite, which I'm out of at the moment, and they were out of when I went to reorder, but it comes in a jar that looks like this, and it is the Rose Hip Oil. Fantastic Rose Hip Oil. I went through a whole bottle last year. Love it. I plan to reorder it. It is so nice on your skin. You exfoliate, slather it on at night because that's when your skin rejuvenates. Slather it on at night, go to bed. It is so soft and absorbent, and it's wonderful on your hands, on your cuticles, on your face. So the Rose Hip Oil, I'll link it below. Then also, these are a few new ones that I'm loving. This is the cold pressed virgin marula oil, and also an oil for your skin, moisturizing, similar to the Rose Hip. I like it, we'll use it, but I'm definitely gonna go back to the Rose Hip. And then these are a couple retinoid products, because I've used Retinoid before and it's pretty hardcore on my skin. It's hardcore on a lot of people's skin. These are Retinoid products. One is in an emulsion and one's in Squalene. I don't know how to say it. Anyway, one is in an oil suspended in oil. The other one is in an emulsion. So this one is kind of like in this milky white liquid, moisturizing liquid. And again, this one is in a clear oil. One is the, this is called the Granactive Retinoid 5% in Squalene. So it's a little stronger. And this one is the Granactive Retinoid 2% Emulsion. So it's a little less severe amount of retinoid, which is, I think, a milder version of retinol, whatever it's made of. And I'm using these and loving them because they are not making my face peel off. You do have to be a little careful around the nostrils. That's where I tend to peel if I get overzealous with Retinoid. So I'm very careful not to get it around there, but I use it all over my face. No drying, no peeling, no flaking. And I'm hoping, you know, they will do the trick for me this year with the retinoids, because those are amazing for anti-aging. And there is a YouTuber who I saw recently who had the most astounding video about her before and after. Like, she has slightly hooded eyes. I don't remember her name, but her YouTube channel is Hot and Flashy. So she's in her 50s. And anyway, I will try and find the video and link it below. And she shows you the difference in using Retinoid over a year or 2 or 3, I don't remember what it was. And it looks like she had an eye lift. I swear to God, it's amazing. And I was like, dude, you know what? I need to get back on the Retinoid. But I don't like Retinoid, 1, because you need a prescription, and 2, because it's very hard on my sensitive skin. I don't know that I would get the same results as her with a less potent retinoid product, but every dermatologist you read is always like, you need to be using a retinoid, retinol product. So these are great. They're so affordable. That's one thing. That's why The Ordinary is on my list for 2017 favorites, because it's a very, very affordable line, backed by science, not, you know, crazy, fluffy, glamorous packaging. It's very straightforward. And I love that about it, because I don't need to be paying for the packaging. I need to pay for the product. So I highly recommend it. The return policies are great. The first time I ordered from them, I ordered several things. Some of them didn't work for me. I didn't like them. Sent them back, no problems, no questions asked, refunded. And I think they give you like a year to refund or something. I don't remember. Anyway, love The Ordinary. Love, love, love it. So the last thing on my 2017 favorites list is my Fitbit Charge 2. This is the special edition one that's all black, and it's pretty subtle, and I love this thing. I did a review years ago on the Alta, which was wonderful for a year, but then I went to the Charge 2, and the reason why I like it better is because, let me take it off, it's got a band that actually closes instead of a pop-in, which I found that the Alta would pop off sometimes. It would get caught and just pop off. Well, that's not going to happen with this. Also, it has a little button on the side so I can actually go through and set my workout and track my workouts without having to track it through my phone, where the Alta, I would have to go back in after, or I would have to use my phone and be like, okay, I'm starting my circuit training now and I'm ending it now. This will track it right on your wrist. And my very favorite feature about it, other than the heart rate, is that it gives you amazing sleep stats. I mean, it gives you amazing sleep stats. This is why I don't have an Apple Watch, even though I'm a super Apple fangirl. This is why I don't have an Apple Watch, because, well, also because the battery doesn't last long enough. And I want to sleep in it because it gives me sleep stats that give me a lot of insight into, you know, why I'm not sleeping, or when I don't sleep, or how much I did sleep, and I just love it. I mean, it's kind of a nerd geek out kind of thing, and obviously I could go on with my life with no problem without having sleep stats, but now that I have them, I love them. So I highly recommend the Charge 2. I have had it for a year now, and it's super. The battery lasts about 5 days. Charges about within, I think it charges within an hour and a half or so, and it's been super, and it's given me so much insight into my fitness level. And you know, when I take a walk with the dog and my hubby, I can see if we walked a mile or 2 or 3. So I like that. I found it to be a good complement to using the MyFitnessPal app, which should probably be another favorite. Anyway, the MyFitnessPal app, which I use to track calories, and it works in conjunction with the Charge 2 activity tracker. So that's it for my 2017 favorites list. I hope you guys are well. I will try and get back to you again very soon. In the meantime, and you know what? I never ask this. I forget to, because I mean, it's not that I don't care. It's not that I don't care about you guys, but you know, I have a full-time job. So this is not my full-time job. But if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, that would be great. That way you know when I'm back in, since I'm kind of sporadic now. But I will try and up my game this year. Maybe invest in a ring light and a camera so I can come back to you guys regularly and do some of the videos that you have requested. So don't think I don't remember them. I do. It's just if I can get to them and I don't have the right setup and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, happy Valentine's Day. Hope you've had a great day, and I'll talk to you soon, guys. Bye-bye.